It is La Femme, and I will tell you, the people with me, you have done something so, and I saw this, I said, ooh, and I've been saying that all day long, and I've done this for literally, it's been a while. But the answer is, this is something I go, wait, what is going on? And you went somewhere that I go, oh, you went there, and people are going through it right now because I don't know what happened, but in the past few years, this has been happening again and again. And what is the film called?
So in Hungarian, hi everyone, thanks
Hi.
for having us. So it's called in Hungarian Osztozunk. We translated it as dividing lines. So it's a breakup. It's the last day of a relationship when people go out and they have to kind of like share who who keeps what, and that's what Osztozunk means. You have to share your old belongings when you move out. You're dividing things up, which box it goes to. That's what the title refers to.
Yeah, and I will say this: I love the poster behind you, and I see something there, and I go, "Whoa!" Now, I will say this, and the reason I say this is I know a lot of stories about people. I know about breakups. I know about putting it together. I know about, "Oh, it's going to be awesome," and then all the things that come, and then the regret later, which people go, "I do have regret, yeah." But let's see it, and then I'll go with it because again, it's something that I go. People just are ready, but are they ready? I don't know. I just don't know. Here it is. Check it out.
Hát, ijesztő. Megbeszéltük, hogy vigyázunk egymásra.
Miért nem mondtad le őket? Tiszta ideg vagyok.
Hát sok szerencsét.
Mit csinálsz?
Ez ki? Még okos is. Rossz kombó. Mi? Ádám.
Hát, ijesztő. Megbeszéltük, hogy vigyázunk egymásra.
Miért nem mondtad le őket? Tiszta ideg vagyok.
Hát sok szerencsét.
Mit csinálsz?
Ez ki? Még okos is. Rossz kombó. Mi? Ádám.
You know why I played that twice?
I know.
Because
really.
you have to look at it more than no, it was a mistake. But in a way, I watched it more than once, and I said, "Did I just see what I thought happened?" Because I thought, okay, because I look at the title, okay, awesome. And I don't, nothing. I'm only English. I'm kind of stupid that way. I don't have a lot of languages like you guys do. And sometimes the title in of itself, the translation could be a little off. What does it literally mean? Like if you had to put a bunch of words, the word itself, because I feel like dividing is. You watch that again. What?
Yeah, so Osztozunk, yeah, it's basically you can share something with somebody. Like at school, when you have to like divide things up, like, you get two little sweeties and the other person gets two little candies. It's literally that's the word. So yeah, maybe we didn't get the right translation. I was trying to get the
Share is sharing something, I see.
yeah,
Am I right?
yeah, sharing, dividing. Yeah. It was basically the dividing came from, on the actual day when you see the boxes and everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's about we can't share one person.
I feel like it's ostracizing is a good word because I feel ostracized in that. Anybody that's gone through a relationship knows it is not fun. And so when I saw it, I go, and then I saw the end, I go, wait, what? And I thought I saw something else because sometimes when you go a separate way, you go, yeah, that's a little difficult. Now, I understand, according to this, it's almost something written in a way like you don't understand this type of stuff happens. Was this something personal or something that you guys put together? Like, how did you do this?
Yeah, so this is an autobiographical story by our director Cilla Suhanyik. It's her story basically, and she's written it and directed the movie. And yeah, it's her story. It's very personal, as you may have felt it. Hopefully, you did.
Yeah, I definitely got it because anyone that's been there goes, it is as awkward as all get out. I've never had to do that. I'm usually friends, okay? So I've never had to deal with that, but it is still, I can imagine, very awkward when you have to go through that. Now, obviously, you guys helped put this together, and you said again, an autobiography. We don't have, obviously, but we have you as producing and you as obviously, acting in it. What was it like coming into this?
When I'm the main actress, I play Veronica in the movie. So when I met with Cilla, the director first, and I first read the book, it was very scary. I felt that it can be true immediately. So I feel it's something special, something from the director's heart. It was very interesting. Yes. I think from the story's point of view, it deals about, it's not just a breakup, but it's kind of one when you kind of, as a person, kind of stop existing because you just give everything to that relationship. And, without spoiling, obviously, the movie or the end of it, but I think it's that journey that Veronica goes through, the realization of when she's actually really facing what's going on, maybe because she was not honest with herself, couldn't really admit it to herself. It's a journey, and a grown up story, I think, because Veronica is a kind of person who is too kind, wants to do everything well, wants to be very, very nice, and this is a line at the end of the story. So it's a grown up story, yes.
yeah, definitely.
It's difficult, but I will say this: people go back, and you go, why do they go back? I don't know what the situation is, why they're, because sometimes you go, that's a good reason, and sometimes it's just like life, and you go, but to put yourself there, that must have been difficult, or was it easy for you?
Yes, it was. I think hard because 4 very intensive day was our shooting timing, and it's very, very personal. So when I started to do it as an actress, go very, very deep inside myself, and it's like giving a birth or something like that. And in a small place, we was shooting in the director's flat, and it was very small, a lot of people.
Very intimate. I mean, especially that bathroom scene that's kind of in the trailer as well. I mean, it was you and our cinematographer Peter.
Yes.
It was a tiny space, and I think the camera movements and everything kind of really reflected kind of that personal journey, that intimacy that
Yes,
you were
and
going through.
emotionally it's very hard, I think, for an actress to do it. So it was interesting.
But Cilla has a background in theater, and I think she's really great with how she sort of manages the talent, the
Yes,
actors. I think that really helped her background in theater, and it's very character-driven story.
It's a sad one, and I will say this: it is one of those don't show the kids because they go, "What is going to happen?" You go, "This is your life, just so you know." No, I'm I don't know the reason why they get and I'm sure you kind of do it, and then I see a bunch of time all crammed into one, and I go, "Ooh," because people don't understand. I'll give you an example. My mother, I love my mother. We were watching a movie, and she said, "But who's holding like?" And she in her head got really confused. She had a stroke, pray for her. But she literally got so confused. I'm like, Ma, that's movies. They do that. But she got so in it, and it was The Rock Johnson. I don't know if you know who I'm talking about. He's kind of big. And it was a jungle cruise and all this. And she was so in it. She's like, but where's the camera if I don't see the camera? Like, who's holding the camera? And I go, no, your vantage point is the camera. That's the camera. That's how they do that. But where's the camera? And I go, oh no, she's having a moment. But in a way, what I'm saying about that is this: you guys put together. So it's her, in her head, she doesn't think 4 days. She thinks this is history. You know, I mean, she gets it. She gets it. But she had a stroke, so I think she got a little confused. But sometimes movies are so good, you put yourself there, and in a way, some people go, but. Huh? Why are they breaking up? And you go, oh no. But you did this in 4 days, which I'm not going to lie. When you said theater, I did have this thought. I go, this could be a production on theater. But again, 4 days, because I see the like backwards thing of when they met and the journey, and then we got to break up. So which did you do first, the breakup or the get to know each other? How did that happen?
We have known each other because in Hungary it's a small circle, so we did the same university, so it was yes, it was very easy to work together because all of the actors are very good, very kind, very talented, and we all know each other. So it was absolute teamwork, and I think the woman side was very, very strong. So the woman power was absolutely there.
Yeah, that's why we chuffed that the movies selected to be in the program. We really over the moon about it. But this is a very small independent movie. With literally not much financing. So the talent were really graciously gave us their time. For free. A lot of people were doing lots of favors. I mean, I think the our editor is a very well-known Zoltán Kovács, and I think his work is also we were really lucky that we had a crew who were very experienced with two maybe less experienced filmmakers or starting at filmmakers. Jill and myself, we met 4 years ago in film school. And it's one of those things, when you kind of reach a point in life and it's like, I know, actually, you know what, we want to do something else. And that's how we met. And it's our second project together. So, very lucky with this one. We actually finished almost a year ago. So we're still on this journey, and it's a very exciting one.
Well, it looks great. I played it more than once. Sometimes I say things happen for a reason. And if you look at, I'm going to play it one more. People are like, do it because, and you have to watch. And what I'm saying is this, like, there's a moment where you go, okay. And you did this in 4 days. So it's hard to connect usually with people right away. And you go, but watch this. Here it is.
Hát, ijesztő. Megbeszéltük, hogy vigyázunk egymásra.
Miért nem mondtad le őket? Tiszta ideg vagyok.
Hát sok szerencsét.
Mit csinálsz?
Ez ki? Még okos is. Rossz kombó. Mi? Ádám.
I'm just saying that's a lot crammed into a couple of days. Like, what's the preparation? How long did it take to prepare that?
Well, obviously the actual script that Sheila worked on, I mean, that was quite a few months. I mean, we had some great help throughout that process. She had, really great people she worked with. I also helped with the script as well. So I think to get to the shooting stage where, the script was ready to be shot, I mean, that was a good 6 months, but she may correct me later. The actual prepping for the shoot, I would say that sort of, getting the crew together was about a good 2-3 months, I'd say. before we could start the work. And it's how it is. I mean, a lot of the actors in Hungary, like Katica, they obviously connected to a lot of projects, a lot of theater work, a lot of different literary work as well. And so it's always, when you're trying to work with professional actors, you obviously have to work around their schedule and organizing everything and not just Katica, but everyone. And
Dubbing.
yeah, and
Yes.
so it's everyone else is working on other projects. Hungary is, as you probably know, we have a lot of service productions as well. So this crew works all over, and it's like I think that was probably the biggest challenge, making sure that everyone's free for those days. And when it's like such a small budget, you do everything. You become a driver, you become a coffee maker on the day, and it's like it's
Hairdresser.
hairdresser. Exactly. So it's a movie that was done with a lot of love and a lot of help and understanding from the crew stuff.
Well, it looks good. I can't wait. I'm going to subscribe. I'm going to throw this out here. I know it's so quick, but write it down really quick. Here it is. It's La Femme International Film Fest Europe 2026, eventive.org. Go there, get your tickets, and you can watch from anywhere around the world. You don't have to be local. They really get quick. I mean, seriously, I didn't even have time to click on that. Real quick, by the way, before we let you go, Budapest. We've never been in Budapest, by the way, ever. This is the first time, I think. I could be wrong. This is something I don't know. But we're here in Hollywood. Are you going to come out to Hollywood?
We would love to. I mean, I think I was just reading through the website that I think some of the shorts or some of the projects that are going to be shown in Budapest may get to go to LA. So you never know. Would love to. I've been once, but only a few days, and that was before I worked in movies.
Me too.
Yeah.
Los Angeles.
Oh, okay. For me, only one time, a long time ago. So we would love to come out. And you have to come to Budapest.
Yes, it's very, very nice city. You would like it.
I'm convinced the people are nice. I love it. And people in social, like Sylvia, is giving you applause and hearts and a bunch of stuff. So we appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Keep it going. And remember, Budapest is where we're at. We've never done Budapest. I know she's done, I think, East Coast, and hopefully she remembers that. And so we've been international. I keep saying this, and she's done probably other areas I don't even know. But keep it going, keep it going. It's awesome. I'm not going to say it again. How do you say it, though, the proper way?
The title of the movie? Osztozunk.
Okay, I'm still going to not say it right. Dividing Lines. I still think there's another translation. I could be wrong. Great job, and great poster. Keep it going. All right, we'll see everyone around the corner. We're going to take a quick break. More right after this. Stay tuned.
going on?
Well, we're here at the Femme Film Festival. We're really excited. It empowers women producers, writers, and directors. And we're doing a lot of good things in the industry. We've got over 100 films we're screening. We've got 4 seminars with expert panelists, social media, how to market your film, WGA panels, pitching panel where you actually get a chance to, try your legs out and pitch, and marketing distribution panel. It's the great banner year. We're honoring fabulous celebrities this year: Angela Bassett, Virginia Madsen, Angela Kingsey, Maggie Wheeler, and Loretta Devane.
Very nice event.
I wanted my film here, and I have never been to such a supportive film festival. I love La Femme.
Love the name.
It's a wonderful new world, and I'm very, very honored.
Right now is the time. You are the one. And if you're looking for a helping hand, it is probably at the end of your own arm. I am Shirley Lee Ralph. I love you just the way you are. And I thank you all for this award tonight. I really do. Thank you.
beginning, all films were short.
It's not a charity. We're not here to help you. We're not here to help your cause. We're there to make our money make money.
It probably takes a year to 2 years to really start seeing money.
That title of executive producer on a feature is not the same as the title of executive producer on a television show.
Because what you're seeing on television right now is history in terms of where decisions are being made today.
Don't give yourself a bad review before you start.
I'm sorry, I'm super awesome, and this is my pitch.
What are recommendations for packaging?
Getting to the right person at the right time, and you have the right piece of the package that they want to see.
And be able to adjust, because the plan will never execute exactly as you plan it.
If you set aside money for social media, for a publicist, for marketing, things like that, and really you don't have to sit behind those dollars and you can have more control of your own release.
You can't go wrong. Like, well, as for me, I knew that my episode was either going to be awesome or fine. Like, that's the risk you take.
That's right. It is. I love that. You know, every single time I see that, we play that every year. Those, if you looked up that list, that woman does a lot of stuff, and you see her in a series, and you go, she produces. That's the interesting thing about this show. The Femme actually has people, and you go, they actually are usually in front of the film, but they're producing. You go, huh? Then you look at it, you go, oh, okay, and boy, oh boy, that's all I'm going to say about that. Yay, we got our people ready to go. Okay, I'm going to go back to break. Here we go. One of Us is something, I'm going to bring it all together really tight. One of Us is something that I know you guys want to see. Tell me, it says something very interesting, and then it says something that no one ever says, the demons. What's going on here?
Well, hello, Aaron. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. So the film stars Kit Connor as youngest. Family gathers together at a funeral, and one by one, the family members pass away, and youngest is searching for the stranger among them that is responsible for all of the killing. And the demon part is really what the film is about, is intergenerational trauma. And youngest has this revelation of who the stranger really is, and he's left to confront the real demon once and for all. So that's where sort of the horror demon side of the film comes into play.
Okay, and how did you get roped into this?
Well, Stefan and I know each other. Stefan co-founded a digital advertising agency that I produced for, and we became good friends and started working together outside of work and outside of the agency doing films. He's a brilliant writer, director, and producer, so the two of us have paired together and worked on multiple films so far.
Okay, again, how did you get roped into this?
Well, I suppose in the cosmic sense, I've been writing and directing films since I was a kid. But I think that it was a bit of a no-brainer when I had created this to go and partner up with Raquel and making it and bring it to life, because as she mentioned, we just have a really great working history. And if you know anything about Raquel, when she sets her mind to something, it's going to happen. And so as a director, she's the exact kind of producer you want to have to go into battle with.
Yeah, I feel like we've met before, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you guys do something that's very, like, and I wish I had something to show. I don't know why I don't. It says, at his grandmother's wake, which that in of itself, oh no. Youngest must confront his family's demons before it's too late. So you go, ooh. Now, I will say this. How long is this?
About an hour and a half.
Okay, so pretty, like, and putting it together, how long did it take to put together?
Well, Steph can kind of talk about the writing process, how long that took. We were once we started casting and got our first couple cast members underway, we were maybe 2 months in like pre-production, but it took about, I would say, about a year from start to finish of when we kind of started the journey of who we wanted to cast, where we wanted to shoot, and then all the way to production, which we shot in Northern Ireland, in Belfast.
Ooh, Ireland. Okay, I will say this. I have a question on that because I want to go there. I just want to go everywhere, to be honest. And no one's letting me. No one's letting me. No one's letting me. It's like, yeah. So, okay, now you wrote this. In writing this, did you have moments? How long was the original script, by the way?
It was about 100 pages, and by the end of it, I think we were around 93 pages when we'd sort of trimmed some of the fat from it. And to Raquel's point, I wrote it relatively quickly, but I outlined it for a long time. And so it was probably 6 months of outlining and then about a month of writing when it finally came down to getting the script made.
Okay, because that is a process, and I don't get to talk too much, to everything that happens. And again, because I haven't seen it, I have no idea. I'm basing it on the title, One of Us, and then I got Demons there, and I got A Grandmother's Wake. That in of itself, is there any personal part in this, or not really?
Yeah, I can speak to that. So I think it's a hugely personal film, while still trying to, I think, be earnest and something that other audience members could maybe reflect from their own experience. But it's a deeply personal film, and it is a bit of like a psychological horror, but not in like the demons, I think, can throw somebody into thinking it's maybe more of a traditional horror than it is. It's very much, I would say, like an existential horror. And I like to warn those people who are afraid of a horror film that there aren't as many jump scares as they might assume going into something like it, although it can definitely be a bit haunting.
That's a good word, haunting. I like that. I will say this. I surround myself with people that love all of it except my mother, and my mother's so judgmental. So I go, Ma, I didn't watch any of it, and I lie, because if I tell the truth, she will. Oh, she's not watching. Anyway, I'm taking care of her. I know it's kind of out there, and I put that out there because people are having to take care of family, and you go, oh my God, so many people in the past. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, it looks good. It looks great. It looks amazing. One of Us. Okay, we'll say this. When it says at his grandmother's wake, did he, because I have a theory on this, nobody puts this there, and I haven't seen it, so I don't know. Did he, was that the problem with his, did he love his grandma? Was his grandma everything, or was it just the moment of everything falling apart all at once?
I think he loved his grandmother, so there wasn't any, loved his grandmother. His grandmother is sort of a warning voice to him. Because like I mentioned, it's like behind the curtain of this like murder mystery is really sort of about these sins of the fathers that are passed down from generation to generation, secrets that family members turn a blind eye to. And she's sort of warning about that and warning about the dangers of turning a blind eye. And Youngest is sort of he's our protagonist and has an earnestness about him. And so she talks to him, speaks to him at this wake, and warns him about who this stranger is, and that is something that you discover through the film. That and I think that the beauty of the script, which is so brilliant, which makes producing really easy. Because everybody loved this script, and it's unique and it's interesting, and so it's easy to get some really wonderful people attached because of that. And at the end, then Youngest sort of has this moment where he figures I don't want to give too much away. Figures out who that stranger is and what those demons are that everybody sort of has. So I don't want to give too much away.
No, here's what I like. I don't know how long you guys have known each other, but in a way, you go, I need that. Can I have that? You know how hard that is to get on anything that I ever put out there? It's hard to get that emotion. You go, it makes it so much like I almost see you going, what else you got? What else you got? Or I have this. Can you do this? You know, and I don't know. And sometimes that's a little daunting for some. I say, I'm used to it. I like it. Keep it going. The process can be a little daunting getting it there, but I think honestly with Raquel on this, you got nothing to worry about.
I know. That's what I've been telling everybody is that you just need every director needs a producer like Raquel, and your whole life becomes easier, and your ability to actualize the things that you've been dreaming of is just infinitely closer. And so I think that amen to that, Aaron. I think that everybody needs a Raquel in their corner.
Yeah, and Raquels are hard to find. Trust me.
Yeah, very, very hard to find.
Don't take no for an answer.
See, that's the one.
I don't think this is going to be a good fit for so and so. I'm like, let's just have them read it anyway, and let's just whatever it is. So
yeah,
it can be an asset, and also it can be a little annoying.
Well, it's not. No, it's never annoying. It was funny though, because like I would come in with ideas and dreams that were like here. And Raquel was always like, well, let's just go up here. And I was always like, well, if you think so. And she ended up being proven right time and time again. So it is, it's very valuable if you can have a producer like Raquel. But like you said, they're very hard to find in this world.
They are. I know some, and I go, ooh, they're going to make money right there, and there. Whoa. So always listen. And whenever you say, and there's that little thing inside you, I can see you're cautious and yet not, because you did this and you went and tell me about the trip. What was that like? Because shooting on a different, where are you guys from, by the way, originally?
We're from the States. I'm originally from Iowa and Stefan from Chicago. So we have kind of that Midwest bond going on too. But Stefan now lives in London. But it was interesting that we shot in Northern Ireland because we had never worked there before. We had actually never shot in the UK at all. But we, so it was, there were some challenges there because we brought some of our, above the line crew, like our DP and, brought a gaffer, but otherwise it was just the two of us, and we hired blindly everybody there. So it was a little challenging going in, not knowing exactly what we were in for, but actually it turned out great. We had an amazing crew, an amazing cast. We had worked with Siobhan Fallon Hogan, who played Auntie in the show. So Steph and I had done a film with her before, but other than that, we hadn't worked with the cast crew. We hadn't shot in the area, so there were some challenges there. But we both like a challenge, and so it was also very rewarding and to see it all come together, especially because we had not been there before. But it was a lovely trip, and it ended up being everything that we wanted. We knew that because the dialogue for the script lends itself to be a little bit more on like the Shakespearean side, for lack of a better word. So we were looking at actors who were British for the most part, and we thought we could either film here in the States and fly the cast over, or film there where we knew we would be casting. Most of the cast would be, UK residents, or we fly there. And so we chose to fly there. It's just kind of fun to shoot in different areas as well. So we had a few challenges, but all in all, it was really wonderful. And it allowed us to cast more locally, which I think was a little bit easier to get some of the amazing and brilliant actors that we got on board.
You brought up something I've never thought about, and I know a lot do, because it's so quick, and you said it's so quick, you go, but doesn't everybody? I go, I forget about that. One time it came up, and it came up about a film, and I was in on it, because they're like, if you bring the money, we're going to give you money for bringing the money. I go, awesome, I'm about that. And then things just change, and people go away, and then they go, oh, I got the money from someone else, awesome, I'm happy for you. And then it still hasn't been made, because it kind of messed up. And I say this, and I'm never going to say who they are. I have a lot of secrets about people that I don't ever say. But anyway, and the reason I say this is...
Aaron, feel free,
No, I don't, because they're very famous. But okay, so here's what I say, though. Here's what I say. I've been there where they go, well, here's the budget. You go, okay. Then they meet with this person, they meet with that person, and they meet with this person. And they go, well, if you do the math and you hire, you have to do the math of bringing everybody in on it. And then you have to do the math of, but if you hire in the area, it might be a little easier, but, and so then they do, okay, let me do it this way, and this way. And then the things that just happen that you don't even like know. So it's funny that you said, well, I brought in this person, then we went with, and then we were going to go here because of the accent, but then, and then you go, if you have to fly everybody in, you got to figure that out, then budgets, and then time, and you go, I don't have that type of budget. My God, I don't have $80 million, or in this case, the one that I was working with wanted $60 million, okay, wanted $60 million. And I'm like, and at first it started like 3 or 5 million, whatever you could get, and then all of a sudden it was 60, and that was the opportunity which I didn't bring. And then honestly, they messed it up by saying the wrong thing at the wrong time, and it got pulled away. And that person still has not done the film, and I go, oh wow, what a lesson. I have so many of those where I go, because sometimes people say, hey, if you bring the money, I'll give you some money. It's kind of, you go, awesome, I'm about that. A percentage of that is that awesome. But you guys did something. How much were you working with? Because sometimes people don't understand when you're working with that. Really, kind of, did you have $80 million or 50, 60 million?
Our budget was under $1 million.
Yeah, so, you see.
Yeah, Stefan and I like to work lean. It's not just budget restraint or constraint. It's really just we want to do filmmaking a little different. And unconventional. And this is a big compliment to Stefan because he is a trailblazer and is always thinking outside the box and wanting to do something new and interesting. And even if we had $5 to $10 million, we would have made the movie for under $1 million. Just because we like to have small crews. And it was interesting because the crew that we worked with, they'd worked on Game of Thrones and like all these, big films and TV shows with huge budgets. And we had several people say, you know what, this has been such a great experience because we had one gaffer and one key grip and one dolly grip and like one sound guy and, one guy that I think our sound guy did boom and was a sound mixer. So really we just kind of had one of every single person instead of 30 people in D&E, something like that. So everybody's contribution was very noticeable, and everybody felt that. They're like, wow, if I didn't show up today, like there would be nobody to dress the actors. I'm like, I am the costumer, I am the wardrobe designer and costumer and dresser and on-set dresser, and it was like that same person. And so everybody, even though it was very indie and we had some budget constraints, it was also really beautiful because it was a family. We created this like family unit where everybody was needed and everybody's contribution was felt. And the crew, sometimes when you go in with like a smaller budget, you wonder if people are gonna be like, it's like, small, like, small nothing kind of project. I want to work on a big budget project where I've got a lot of money to work with within my department. And what we found is that the crew really sort of love to work in this intimate setting, and Stefan and I like that. And we often will work on projects where people are wearing multiple hats, and it's always if we don't know, we have crew that we've worked with for years, and they're the same way as us, and you kind of get into your groove with your people. But when you're working with new, like I mentioned, it was all new crew for us for the most part, and so we weren't sure how people would take it. And it was a really great response. And they really loved that kind of intimate setting. And that's kind of what we're all about. So like I said, even if we would have had $5 to $10 to $60 million, like the project you mentioned, we would have made it for under $1 million anyway, because that's the way that we like to work.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that. And so you probably have done the math. Well, if we do this, we do that. If we do that, we do that. And we do that, we do that. But the money, and you got to get it back if you're like getting it from someone, or if you mortgage a house, and someone said to me, don't ever mortgage. I go, well, there's probably a way, but you film in the house and then you put it in the budget and then you're good to go. And some people go, I never thought about that. Do that, you're good to go. It's very interesting because now you have it forever. Just don't go really big. Just go moderate, and then you have something to live in when you have to promote it like you are right now. So keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep up. What's next for you?
We are in pre-production for our next feature that we will most likely also be shooting in the UK. We're looking at Wales right now. So we have an offer out to an actress and for the lead, and then we're just going from there. So we're starting to meet with department heads and bring our key people together. So yeah, that's our next big project.
Nice. That is big. So keep it going then. I guess you guys are working on that. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. Oh, by the way, this is the first time, I think I could be wrong, that we're in a area that I'm not even allowed to go right now. Do we have money? No? Taking care of my mom. I get that. Okay, fine. Can you bring her? She won't go? That makes she hates planes. Okay, so real quick, what do you say to the people of, and you're probably going to want to film here, in Hungary?
We are so thrilled to be invited to this film festival. We are excited to shoot there. Actually, Stefan and I will probably do a little bit of location scouting while we're in Hungary. And we're just really grateful for the opportunity and happy to be there. I visited Budapest many years ago when I was young, in my 20s. And I'm very excited to go back. And we just feel grateful that the film was well received by those who chose and invited us to come, and we're looking forward to seeing what the audience thinks, and we hope that they love it as much as we do, and we're grateful to be joining La Femme.
Anything, Stefan?
I want to echo what Raquel said, and I think that if anybody's going to be over in that neck of the woods and is able to come to the premiere, we'd love to meet you and shake hands and share war stories, especially if you're interested in films that deal with loss and grief and our search for meaning in the aftermath of it. But thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, I'm excited. I cannot wait. And yet I cannot go. But you can actually participate. I'm going to bring it up really quick for all of you. It goes away really quick. I don't know why. But if you type that in, you can get your tickets right now to watch and participate from anywhere. And I keep saying that, but it really is a thing. It's pretty awesome. All right. Thank you for being with us. And before we let you go, what can you say about La Femme?
Okay, you want to go first?
I'll go. I'll go first. As Raquel said, I am just so grateful to Leslie and her team. I did a podcast not too long ago with Leslie and just kind of fell in love with her. She was just such an amazing person, and she's so sharp and witty. So we are really excited about the festival, and especially excited that it's the first year that it's happening in Europe, and we can't wait to be in attendance.
Nice.
I just want to echo that, and also just say that I love that this film festival also highlights women and women in film. I am very excited to be a part of that, and very excited to support other women in the industry. So just adding that to it.
Okay, La Femme, keep it going, keep it going. They called me so last minute, and I said, I'm not ready. It's obvious. But anyway, thank you for making it with us, and more right after this. Stay tuned.
going on?
Well, we're here at the Femme Film Festival. We're really excited. It empowers women producers, writers, and directors. And we're doing a lot of good things in the industry. We've got over 100 films we're screening. We've got 4 seminars with expert panelists, social media, how to market your film, WGA panels, pitching panel where you actually get a chance to, try your legs out and pitch, and marketing distribution panel. It's the great banner year. We're honoring fabulous celebrities this year: Angela Bassett, Virginia Madsen, Angela Kingsey, Maggie Wheeler, and Loretta Devane.
Very nice event.
All right, we are here, and I am so happy to have with us someone that is and here it is. I'm going to go back to a break. There's a reason. Just wait. We're here with someone who has put something together, and it looks amazing. I'm not going to lie. This is when I first saw it, I said, whoa, there's a lot going on. What's it about?
Hey. Can you hear me?
Yes.
How are you? I'm Ali.
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very good. I'm Ali. I'm from Iraq. I'm the director and the producer of Sweetwater, the short documentary film. And yeah.
Okay, well, I'm going to start that all over again. Could you hear me at the beginning, or am I lagging?
No, everything is good.
Okay, all right, let's do that again, because I feel like we've been having people where they don't hear me, and I go, yeah, but let me just do it over. We'll be right back. We're here with Ali, and Ali, you got something going on right over there. Tell me, what's it about?
Hey, how are you? I'm Ali. I'm from Iraq. I'm the director and the producer, editor, and writer of the short documentary Sweetwater.
Yeah, speaking of which, I saw this and I said, ooh, and I think there's a lot going on. I'm going to show it, and then you could talk about it. Here it is. Now, I will say, okay, when I saw that, I said, what? And the coloring and the lighting, and I go, what? I'm not going to read the description, but again, what's going on here?
Yeah, this film tells a story about Qisma. She's a lone woman, and she lives in the middle of Baghdad. She's digging every day just to feed her dog. But also, she wants to kill herself, but she can't because she has his dog, Bobby. So I'm just choose. I'm sorry, I'm gonna talk a lot about this film because it's difficult to describe this film and also the style that I've used in this film. So I chose this film and this story to shoot because of my mother. When I show her some clips and also photos of Qisma, she just started crying and she suddenly told me, "Oh my God, she reminds me of my mother." When she told me that, I've just make a decision. I have to shoot this film. So this film is just I wasn't document Qasma. In this film. I wasn't document Qasma and I wasn't trying to say anything about Qasma. I just was trying to reveal the emotional distance between me and the character because when I start shooting with this character, I've just I wasn't I wasn't have any feelings for the character. I don't know why. I don't know why actually, but. She was telling a lot of story about her life and she about her beginning and about her dog, about her family, a lot of stories. But I wasn't have the feelings for her. Okay, I wasn't say, oh my God, poor Qasma. I wasn't say that. Keep in mind, you know. So I just choose this style, this white shot and this static shot, just to reveal this emotional distance between me and the character.
Well, it's funny that you say that because I feel for her a bunch, and you really captured that. And I says, "Whoa!" And I almost need like, and I don't know how it is on social, and they say if you say certain words, we do this and that. So I don't really know. But she obviously is not happy with life, and you could kind of like, and what's the story there? How long was this, by the way?
How long the film?
Yeah,
the film is 15 minutes, and the shoots take. For me, for this 15 minutes, like 3 months, you know, I was shooting her for 3 months, you know. So at the beginning, when I start shooting, I was just following her as a usual documentary, you know. I was following her and ask her, "What's your name? Where's your family? What you are eating? What's your relations with your neighbors?" You know, as a usual documentary. But after 10 days of shooting, I've just realized this is not the right style for this story. I don't have to shoot this story like what I'm doing, you know, because my cinematography and also my sound and recordist, they was give attention, give emotions for the character, but I wasn't, you know. So at this moment, I've just realized I don't have to shoot this one with a regular documentary. I have to shoot it in a different style.
You know what? I'm glad you said that because I have so much emotion from watching that, and I go, "What is going on there?" And I love how you say, even though she had it really hard, her love for her dog holds her from really going, "Do I really want to be here?" And I think, in a way, it reminds you of a story, whether you know or no. You go, "Okay, there's a guy," and you go, "Did he feel that way?" Yeah, well, he had someone, but you go, "Sometimes it just happens." And you go, do you want to? And I don't know if you approach that because I haven't seen it. It's you know, I don't know how you met. Her name is what again?
Qisma.
Okay, and so she is obviously. And I will say this: I thought she was acting. And I go, there is something about that that's not acting. So this is real, true story.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I just reached this style and reached this reality in this film. At the beginning, I just was putting the camera in the middle of the house, and I was talking with her for many years, so for many days. You know, I was putting the camera in the middle of the house, and I just was talking with her. Tell me more about your story. Tell me more about your day. At the beginning, she was told me, "Go away. I don't want to talk with you. Go away," because she has this bad energy for the people, because the people hurt her all the time, you know, and the people trying to hurt her dog, you know, because the dog is just trying to keep her safe, you know, because she lives in an aggressive town, in the most aggressive town in Baghdad, you know. So I just was putting the camera in the middle of the house and I was talking with her, just that, until she gets used to the camera. She wasn't act, she was to her real life, you know.
I'm sorry, that is very, very. Here, you would get. She'd go, "Can I put a restraining order on this guy?" No, I'm just kidding. Obviously, I'm glad you did this. Yeah. It's a story, and and look, I'm not gonna lie. I don't see a lot of films personally. My mother has opinion all the time. You said Baghdad, right? And we see stories, and then I YouTube it, and I go, oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. There are areas around the world I go, oh, I didn't know that. There are things that I go, we were not taught that. So I will say this: what did you get from spending time with her, other than why are you here?
Yeah, she was telling me that, and when she was told me that, I just oh my God, Ali, you have to keep going. You have to just have patience. You have this story have to have to tell for all the words, you know. So I was as I told you at the beginning, she was just kick me out the house. But when she feel that I'm good guy, I'm actually I'm not good guy, but she was feeling I'm a good guy. She just get close to me, and she was, as I told you, she was told me a lot of about her story.
Okay, I'm sorry, but here again, they would get a restraining order. You're like, no, you have something. I know you do. Okay, what motivated you to keep there when she says, go away? And does she know it? Has she seen it? She goes, why are you? Because she's going to say, does she have family that you could be like, just so you know, she really needs help?
No, unfortunately, she don't have family, and her brothers left her. Her brothers actually live in Baghdad, but left her. They didn't see her. So yeah, at the beginning, as I told you, she was told me that, but when she was doing that, I just back to home, and I was thinking why she was doing that. Why she was doing that? I had to focus on this problem, you know. So at the end, I've just realized she has a bad relationships with her neighbors, and I've tried to talk with her more about that, and she found me. I'm not hurt the person. I'm a good person, and at the end, she let me to shoot her. But she's so aggressive, you know, so aggressive because of the bad things that happened to her.
Man, you are brave. I would never do that. I would never do that.
3 months of shooting. You can imagine.
I want to ask so many questions. This is going to go down as one of those interviews that go, you don't understand this. All right. So will she invite you back, or has she like? Yeah, I got so many questions. Obviously, it's there. I guess watch it and then get it and then go. Are you going to go like part 2 or part 3? What's going on there?
Actually, no. Qisma is just part 1. You know, Qisma is just end her story on the river. She was trying to end her life. You know, I'm not. I just want to let you watch the film and find the end. But she was trying to end her life, but she realized she had to think more about that. She didn't tell me that, but I can see this in her eyes, you know. She had to think more about that. She loved life, but she can't say that for people because of the aggressive environment that she lived in. So there will never be a part 1, but part 2 or part 3. Yeah, let's end with this short film.
I really think her family's going to say, how dare you? You didn't even, you know, but you know what? Keep going. You are, I'm going to bring it up again. This woman, right? No, maybe so. Because when I looked at this trailer, I go, oh, there's a story. But I didn't know. She's like, go away. Why are you here? And I really thought, I'm not going to lie, because all this ever is, and then people will probably say to me, I know, somebody actually said this, no, she looks like she's really in the moment. People are like, what does she take to get there? You go, no, that's really her. So here it is again. This woman, she's going all around the world. I tell you, somebody's got to rescue her. Here it is. The amazing Sweetwater. Watch. If Ali ever shows up and you're in that, like, I don't know, it takes a lot to get there. And you said she just, I hope you, all I'm going to say is she needs an award. And they're going to say she is, and you go, yep, there you go. And there's probably a story there, but if they did her in, they're going to do her in again and again. You got to protect her. How are you going to protect her?
Protect her from the neighbors?
Well, I don't even want to know the story right now, but if I were there, and I would never put myself in that position, but if I were, I'd be like, can you take care of her and keep her safe? Because that first one, now I'm watching it for the different view, because all these movies are really like, no, documentarians, I get it, but you go, no, and I love what you did, but all I'm going to say is that dog alive still? Because she's going to
Yeah, Actually, to be honest, Basma was protect me. I don't have to protect her, because she know how to deal with life. She know how to deal with the situation, and actually, yeah, of course, I was give a lot of attention for her life and for her safety. Actually, I was following her whenever she was going, and she was when she was in any place that her was, I was just keep her safety as the first, and I was just all the time told her, Basma, watch out, Basma, watch out. She wasn't care about me, but I was give a lot of attention for this matter,
She's going to call you the son she never had. She goes, why? And you go, what? I love you. I get it. Great job. Keep it going. And again, she needs an award of some sort. We'll make it happen. She needs an award. That's all I'm going to say. There it is. And why the name? Why the name?
The name of the film, right?
Mm-hmm.
The name of the film, at the beginning of the film, she was saying Maya Hilwa in Arabic. That means sweet water. She was just washing her dog, and she was just as a song for him, Maya Hilwa, Maya Hilwa, Maya, sweet water, come to swim, come to take a shower, So the film is gonna be sweet water because sweet water is just telling the reality of Basma. She's a tough person, but also she has this good personality in her deep inside, She has a dog. She lives for dog, So Maya Hilwa, it's just revealing the real person inside Basma,
Ali, you are very, I don't know what the word is. I've got so many words for you right now. Anyway, keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. I would never have done this. They say go away. I go, I don't even want to be there. I don't want to be in trouble because here you get locked up. But anyway, Baghdad, evidently some stuff happening. Very interesting, very interesting. I'm sure you could talk about it because sometimes we go, we didn't know that. And now we need to know. So keep it going. All right.
Thank you so much, Habib. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. More after this. Stay tuned.
Deso Hoffman is a highly acclaimed photographer who spent a lot of time with the Beatles. Deso, good morning.
Good morning.
And Deso was a star photographer, but he's also a very good friend of ours.
I felt 17 again. I could have been their father when all this was happening.
I had no idea of how to present myself, but it's people like Deso that present you to the public.
He stood out from a crowd.
Always experimenting.
My picture's been always alive.
And they all used to just, whenever we took a photo, they used to say, jump in the air. Okay.
The whole idea came to me, somehow to portray the vivacity, the life, and portray that every second of their lives they really loved.
War had broken out, like, overnight.
He was a photographer with the Free Czech Army.
But sometimes the stories he'd tell me, he'd make you cry.
And he would tell us that he had been shot twice, that he had a piece of shrapnel still in him.
They put a noose around his neck and strung him on a tree. He's hanging on a tree, choking.
He had terrible nightmares.
Then he became a showbiz photographer. It's just funny. In the 60s, he set the standard of what pop photos looked like. He could actually copy anybody because there was nobody to copy at that time.
I don't actually see how a Slovak young photographer suddenly gets these doors opened.
Beatles changed him a lot.
But it wasn't just the Beatles.
He worked a lot with Cliff and the Shadows, Eric Burden, Scott Walker.
The Rolling Stones, Sandy Shaw.
He was such a gentleman. Did he have a wife?
I really can't put it into words, really, how much this guy influenced me. No, he was like the father that I wanted. Everyone liked him. Strange little men.
I really want to see that one. I was hoping to interview them. There are some that we didn't get to, but you can join us either around the world, which you might click on the link, we have it, and or be in person, which I know a lot are going in person, which is awesome. But travel is I had something literally come up on my Facebook, and it said from the embassy, you have to unlock all of your social media in order for them to approve you to visit. And I go, huh? So if you have it on private and you want to visit, guess what? I go, who was, this is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Do you know that they look at your social media in order, oh, look at that, we got the people coming on. All right, we're going to take a break, but man, isn't that weird? That was the embassy. I just don't understand. We got, yay, I was not going to lie. I didn't think they'd make it. They're like, because we're a little over, but I'm going to go to break. We're going to bring them back. I was just hoping. Okay, the guy behind the scenes was like, they're going to make it. And I go, I don't think they are. I was ready to sign off, I'm not going to lie. So I was going to do one of those long. But can you believe that the embassy posted, I don't know why Facebook came out with that. It says, if you're joining us, you have to unlock all your social media to travel here by the end of the month. And I go, who does that? So unlock your media. Who knew, right? You're like, but it's mine. They won't let you visit. Unless it was fake. It was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Okay, we'll be right back with more right after this.
project with you all with that.
It's Harpies, and it is something where I'm telling you right now, I'm so excited. I have nothing to see on this, and I don't know why, but I understand that this happened in a way for a competition. How did that happen?
Yeah, it was for a 48-hour film competition in Vancouver. We have to write, shoot, and edit, post, color, sound, everything in 48 hours.
Okay, and then you figured out, hey, I'm going to go ahead and get it everywhere. What happened?
Well, we've just been submitting it to festivals and seeing where it gets accepted, and it's been doing pretty well. So we've been getting out there.
Okay, so I will say this, okay? Any little competition, as long as you go, it's not little, it's pretty big, but any, like when they give you literally 48 hours due, did they count the minutes? Were you like on the line? Is there footage of you doing this? Because you go, whoa, now we're seeing, how long is the film, by the way?
4.5 minutes. That's the maximum allotted time for these running gun projects.
We had like, and there's also like elements that have to be included in the story. So there's like a line of dialogue, a theme given to you, a prop.
A hat. You gotta wear a hat.
You had to wear a hat at one point. There was like one other thing, I think.
It was a spoken language.
Oh yeah. And then a surprise element, which was like there had to be some form of another like foreign language. We got this all at like 5 p.m. on the Friday. We were shooting on the Saturday, and we had to get a script out, call times out, like everything to everyone. So we basically had like 5 hours to write it and then shooting it the next day. So it was sort of on the fly. You kind of do everything backwards from how like a film is more normally made. It was a wild time.
Well, I will say this, and I've said this before, and actually, let me say this really quick. Let me go backwards in a way, because it is true. I've had people that have entered these, one, go real big, and then you go, what's next? And then they do something, and some get stuck, not gonna lie, so don't get stuck. That's number one. Number two, someone said to me, hey, you have access to this? I go, yeah. They go, I could write something for this. I said, okay, cool. And then nothing. And I had access to, honestly, a really good location, which was a bank. Now I go, well, you're going to have to get permission, but you never know. But they never came back with the story, because they go, if you have access to this, I could write a story. I go, awesome. So that in a way, and I will say this. What did you shoot on, by the way?
We shot on a Sony Venice 1 with Cook S4 lenses.
Okay, you know your film. I like that. I like the F something. There's one that I like, but it's so expensive when you do the math. You go, my God. Okay, so obviously this is a great competition. Now, fast forward, how long ago was this done?
2 years ago.
Wow. Okay, so whose thought was it to bring it to La Femme Budapest?
That was me. I'm not sure where I found your festival, but I saw good reviews for it. It might have been on Film Freeway, and then I just submitted it.
Well, I'm glad you did.
He actually produced another project, our Monsters, that's also been accepted to the festival, from my understanding. And so he submitted both the Harpies and our Monsters to your festival.
I have our Monsters here, and I haven't been able to play it because I didn't know that. Okay, so we're featuring Harpies.
Well, I don't want to step on Mia's toes, the director and writer.
Mia has the flu. She's super sick and can't speak right now. So
Yeah.
she can't interview.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, that makes sense. Well, anyway, you guys are awesome. Okay, I'm getting confused here. Okay, so here's the deal. So back to what I'm saying. The ability to put together something. How did you all meet first?
Rogan and I met in film school 10 years ago. We were in the same class.
And then I met the other producer, Stephen Hu, in university as well. And so it was kind of like long-term friends all coming together. And then Rogan and I met, and we got along so well creatively. Rogan was like, I want to do something with a creature, like a horror creature. And I was like, okay, awesome. And we kind of were like sitting there, and I'm like, I kind of want to do something we haven't seen before, like the Harpies. And Rogan's eyes lit up, and he was like, I've actually been thinking about that. And then that ended up being one of the surprise elements. Remember, was like mythological. It had to be some sort of like mythological element, and we're like, are you kidding? That's exactly what we ended up picking for our creature. So it all kind of came together, and it was one of those moments where like you're creatively linked, and it all just kind of panned out perfectly.
That's something I've been working on because I saw something and no one called it out, and it was on something that I think somebody knows about, but I'm not really sure. And they said separately, and you guys could probably do this. It's a really weird test. You go, we have a theme, and we want you to paint it or draw it. So they did it separately, right? And all of a sudden, at the very end, they show it, and they almost look exact, but different style. And I go. So I have a thought. Now, this, oddly enough, is a very good. Oh, so back to what I'm saying. I think you guys can do something pretty good, and I think you could do it really well when you say, and maybe you've done this already, what location do we have access to, and can we do really quick and make it look good and do a minimum? How many minutes do you think you could do, just out of curiosity?
Like how many minutes of a film? Or like a length of film? Is that what the question is?
Yeah, like what you did.
90.
Yeah, I mean, you could write a feature film that all takes place in one location, as long as we have interesting characters.
Yeah. Well, I think you're doing it. Keep it going. Keep it going. Harpies is where it's at. It is something very brief and very quick. People sometimes say, what? Why? Well, if you look at it and you see it, you go, ooh, they could do anything that they want. So keep it going.
Thank you so much. We will.
All right. More right after this. Stay tuned.